Hi, Mikel. We've seen the latest team news update today. We see Sid Kolasinac is out of the game. Can you give us a bit more detail about what's happened with him?
I don't know. The doctors are assessing him still. He had a normal session yesterday, and he's been with some discomfort. We know that this season he had so many little niggles, so we have to assess him and see if we can get him fit for Saturday or he will be out.
And Lucas Torreira, he obviously came off at half-time against Palace. Is there any update on him?
Very similar situation. He trained yesterday as well, but still not 100% confident, so we will have to wait and see again.
Hi, good afternoon, Mikel. What is the nature of Torreira's injury? As I understand it, it was just described as a muscle injury.
Yeah, it was. It was something related to his hip that was producing some pain in the muscle. And I don't know. He's a tough boy. He wants to train. He wants to play, and hopefully he will be available for the weekend.
And any update on Hector Bellerin?
He's been training with us the last few days. He's looking much sharper, much better. He needs a little chunk of training session before he's ready to compete, but he's looking much better. I'm happy with him.
Transfer news? Anything that you want to update us on comings in or comings out?
I have bad news for you guys. I have nothing to say yet.
Nothing at all?
No.
You've been linked with a number of players. John Stones. Any truth in that?
No, no truth at all.
AC Milan's Frank Kessie coming in as a creative midfielder.
No truth at all at the moment.
I wonder though whether you feel as though defensively you might be left a little bit short with Tierney out.
Yeah, we have a lot of issues at the back. The fact as well that Callum got the big injury, obviously that's modifying our plans. It's what we have, it's the situation. You know, this can happen in between December and January. It's very common. We have to live with it. This is what we have. We have to put 11 players out on that pitch on Saturday, and I'm sure we will. And they will try their best, and I will try to select the ones that, in my opinion, are the best fitted for that game.
It happens, but you have a chance during this window to change it if you want. So will you be focused on that?
Yeah, but it has to be the right player with the right, in the right context, that financially we can compete and we can attract, and all these factors to put them together is not easy in this market.
Do you have a wish list?
I have, yes. You need to have one always, just in case.
This is true. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, can you give us an update on his 3-match ban and the appeal process that's going on this week?
It's been confirmed that he's going to be suspended for 3 games, so we're not going to have the player for the next 3 fixtures. It's a big shame, it's a big loss for us, because as well we know of his intention when he plays, but unfortunately he mistimed the tackle. They made that decision, and we have to accept it. What
will the team miss most with him not on the pitch?
On the pitch or outside the pitch?
Both, actually.
No, always been around. He was very sad after the game. He was disappointed that he left the team with 10 men. You know, it's an action that is completely accidental, in my opinion. He's been superb under me. He's training really well. He's working so hard. He's scoring goals, and probably he's been the most important player of the team. So to lose him, obviously, it's really bad news for us.
Does the team play worse when he's not on the pitch?
I don't know. I haven't experienced it. I hope not. I hope we can even play better and win the games, and he will be pushing for that as well. And players have to step up. You know, when one of your big players is not there, they have to take responsibility. I'm sure when they're not playing, they want a chance and they talk. It's time to talk on the pitch, not outside. You come in there, you made the impact that he made, and you show me you are as good as him or even better, and you have the chance.
Against Sheffield United on Saturday, what will you be focused on most? They're a team that have proved quite hard to break down and have got some really good results against the so-called top 6 teams.
I've been very impressed. I've seen a lot of games. Everything is prepared. Everything they do has a real sense. They are really difficult to break down. The solidarity in the team is incredible, how hard they work for each other, and they have very clear principles in attack, in defense, restart of play, set pieces, what they want to do. So it will be a very difficult test. I already warmed the players today.
Thank you, good luck.
Thank you.
Mikel, Alexander Lacazette hasn't scored for a month now. How much of a concern is that?
It's a concern for me if he is concerned about it. In relation to his performances, I am really happy with him, and the way he contributes with the team, I am really happy. He's setting goals for the rest, he's creating situation for the rest of his teammates. His work out of possession has been phenomenal, and he missed chances in those games that he could have put 4 or 5 goals together easily. You know, that for him is a little bit strange, but you have these up and downs. I'm really happy with him, and he's still going to be a very important player for us.
And how can you help a player like him get out of this situation where he hasn't scored for a while?
You can help him, you can talk to him, you can give him confidence, but that ball has to end up in the net. I think that's the best medicine for the strikers, you know. So what we have to try to do is try to put Laka in positions where he can have as many opportunities to do that as possible during a game.
It's a big blow not having Aubameyang, but does this offer an opportunity for Martinelli? We've seen what Mason Greenwood's done with the opportunities he's been given in recent months.
Yes, and as well the impact that he's having every time he's coming on. But it's not just him, it's as well other players like Reece, like Nico. So whoever plays there on Saturday has to step in and has to be thinking that he needs to make the difference for the team.
Just finally from me, you mentioned John Stones earlier. He's a player you know really well. Is he the type of player you'd like to bring here? Is he a type of player who you think can be successful at Arsenal?
John is a player that I really liked, and we followed him before we signed him when I was at City, and I worked with him for many years. I know him well, and obviously when I look at centre backs, he's got many attributes that I like from one, but we're not interested in him.
Mikel, just a quick question on Dani Ceballos. He was fit on Saturday, but he wasn't in the squad. Is he still in your thinking for the rest of the season?
Yes, with Dani, he had this injury where he was out for almost 2 months. He had to go to Madrid as well for his rehab. He came back. I think the first few weeks, I didn't think that he was still physically at the level to compete, to start a game. It's true that I have players in that position that they've been performing really well. And last week, when I believed that he was ready to step in, I decided to pick another player. But that's all. He's been training good. I'm happy with him. I know him really well, so there's no issues there.
Mikel, you spoke well about Sheffield United. What's your opinion of Chris Wilder?
Well, the work he's done is phenomenal, and he's done some special things as well. So some movements, some characteristic of how he moves the team around and the demands that he puts in some of his players. What I like about a manager, when I see a team and they are a real team that fights for every single ball, their attitude, their behaviors, and as well the intention when what they want to do every time. And it's very clear what he's trying to do, and big admirer.
Just on transfers, will you be happy if Arsenal don't sign anybody this month?
I'm happy we have the squad that I believe that we have in our hands to compete with what we want. I'm fine. I want to keep the players and get the maximum of the players that I want. But if this scenario changes and we need somebody, I'm expecting that we go on the market and try to resolve the issue.
Who will be the captain on Saturday?
Sorry?
Who will be the captain?
It will depend on the team selection.